Hello, welcome to the stream. You might notice the editor looking a little bit different than last time, and that may or may not be because I may have spent all of yesterday trying to rebuild the entire project from scratch. Because remember we were having that problem with the inputs yesterday. I couldn't get the square button to work. And I've been looking online everywhere, and basically everything that people are saying was that that the square button's being used elsewhere. And apparently the triangle button and left mouse and like I think spacebar was used, so that was no problem. But like apparently they were being used elsewhere, even though I don't remember. Maybe it was on stream, maybe it wasn't. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess they were being used elsewhere, and so it was consuming the input and it wasn't being used on the character for some reason. So instead of trying to find where the input was being used and have it not be used there, I just made another project and basically got up to where we left off, like just working on it. And it took a little while, but I mean, we got there. We still have a character. He can move around. I put the sword in his hand and I also made it more visible. We are going to be making a new weapon today, and I have a design that I might want to try. But for now, he can swing right and he can swing left. So we got the square button working, and he can of course also jump, which is the circle button. So all the inputs are working. So hopefully we don't run into another problem like this again, because it's going to be a pain having to remake the entire project again just to solve another issue with the inputs or whatever. Also, the lighting gets a little weird when I stand like, or when I look. The lighting gets a little weird under there. I don't know why. It happened. You saw it happen the one time. Now it's not happening anymore, so that's fun. Anyway, yeah. So we got this working, and it's great. It works really well. So let's see what's on the docket for today. I want to make a new design for the weapon he's going to use, and I also want to make animations for 2 of the heavy hits. So the heavy hits are basically he's going to like step forward and do a big attack instead of like you saw here. You see how he just when I attack, you see how he just stays in one place? That's just to do like chip damage on him without actually like stepping forward or whatever. The big hits, he's gonna like actually like take a big swing and step forward, and you know it's gonna be great. So I guess let's work on that first. I almost want to make like a spreadsheet. Just gonna go on Google Drive real quick because I want to make like a spreadsheet based on how, like, based on what the attacks are gonna be. So, yeah, but I mean we can work on that later. For now, let's go in here and just start working on this, I suppose. We gotta make all the bones line up to the control rig. We can turn off all of the actions on the game rig, which it looks like they are, so that's good. Yep, that looks fine. All right, it's good. So we're gonna start with idle weapon. First frame of the idle. And we are going to... Actually, you know what? Before we even do this, I haven't even set up the transition yet for when he holds the weapon. So I think I might want to do that first. So let's go ahead and do that. Because as you can see, he just like, you know, when you attack, he attacks and then he just goes into his normal idle position. Let's actually put him in his attack stance and then spawn the weapon in, if Unreal Engine will cooperate with me. Thank you. So I just have it so attack 1 plays left to right, attack 2 plays right to left. I want it to be like, so I want you to be able to build combos, right? So I'm just trying to figure out how I'd be able to do this. I'm thinking like you enter in like a button code and that determines like what part of the combo you're on, or it could be like a tree or whatever. So you start from left to right. You can either press left or right, and then if you press left or right again, then it does other things. Excuse me. So I'm thinking we got to... How am I gonna do this? I know I did this before, but it wasn't really a good way of doing it. So I'm just trying to figure this out. So when you press the attack button, I want it to... Okay, so when you press the attack button, I want a duration for how long before the sword despawns to start. And I want it to be reset. Basically... Well, here, I have an idea. We can come up here to our event tick. We can add a new pin. And then we can make a new variable. We'll call it time until not attacking. And that'll be a float. Could be an integer. Make it an integer because we're not using decimal points. So every second I want we'll add a delay for 1 second. So every second I want time until not attacking be set to 1 minus itself. So this minus 1. So every second I want time until not attacking to be -1. So, and then we'll print that just to test it. All right, that looks like it's working. Very good. All right. And it doesn't matter if it goes into negatives or anything, because what we're gonna do now is we are going to... Actually, I'm gonna comment this and be like, sword or attacking countdown. I'll just name the comment time until not attacking. Oh, we all remember it. Okay, so anytime you press the attack button, it's going to set time until not attacking to 10. Oops, to 10, please. So anytime you press the attack button, it's going to set time until not attacking to 10. So it's going to take 10 seconds before you put your weapon away. And then every time you press it, it's going to be set to 10 seconds. So it's always going, oops. So it's always going to be reset. And then there we go. So just compile and save. Well, there's no way for me to visually see that, but you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be great. Right. So we need to. All right. So right now I have it so on begin play it spawns the weapon in, but I'm just gonna break this off, and I'm just going to move this down here real quick. Just so it's down here. I'm also gonna break these off and just move these over here for now. You know, I think that's gonna be another thing off of the event tick, is we're gonna branch. We're gonna see if time until not attacking is greater than 0. It's greater than 0. And if it is, then we'll put the sword in his hand, and then we'll switch him over to the attack pose. So this will be our way to tell if it's working. So we'll just connect that up. Oops. Go ahead and move this. I don't know, like that. Let's save it, and let's see if it works. So he doesn't have the sword in his hand, and if we press the attack button, sword appears in his hand. Oh, it's spawning a lot of them. Okay. I only want it to happen once. So, oops. Do once. And then if time until not is hacking is less than 0, then we'll reset it. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. And then after 10 seconds, we'll just wait. Actually, you know what? We didn't make it so that it destroys the weapon. So if it's false, it's not only going to reset the do once, but it's also going to destroy actor. Target is... I need to promote the weapon to a variable. So I'll just call this weapon. We're gonna ask if the weapon is valid. Oops. There we go. We're gonna ask if this weapon is valid, because I don't want it to try and find something that isn't there for some reason. So if this is false, we're gonna ask if the weapon is valid. If it is, we're gonna destroy it. And there we go. And then let's just move these over here just to organize it a bit better. This we'll just put under here, and this will just bring up. Then we'll just put this like right there. There we go. Let's see. So no weapon, spawn the weapon, and then we'll just wait 10 seconds, and then we'll see if it disappears. We're just gonna sit here. Yeah, there we go. It works beautifully. And then, all right, so that works beautifully. Let's just comment this. Spawn and destroy weapon. There we go. Beautiful. We could probably even collapse all these nodes down to make it more neat and not so ginormous. So yeah, we could just do this. So collapse nodes. This will be spawn and destroy weapon. We'll just stick that right there. And then we'll leave the comment just to make it clearly visible on the event graph here. And then even if it's just one node, that'll be perfect. All right, very good. So, all right, let's go ahead and, what are we doing next? You know what, give me 1 second. I have to use the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. So we're able to spawn and destroy the weapon, which is good. We also need to make it so that if this variable is above 10, or it's not equal to 0, then we also need to change the animation. So we need to go into the animation blueprint, here. And we just got to, as that, we're going to get our time until not attacking. And we're going to promote this to a variable. Call it the same thing, that's fine. Now we have it over here. So, oops, there we go. And then we just need to go in here. We'll drag in, oh, we don't even have the blend space yet. All right, so we gotta make that real quick. So, blend space, there we go. Let's call it the same thing. Idle, walk, run, and then with weapon, we'll just essentially copy what we have here and paste it over there. Except I think I have to do it manually, which is great. So this has maximum access value 292. So that's what we need to say here. So this should be 292. So we'll grab our idle. This will be set to 0 and 50. Walk with weapon and run with weapon. I know this should be 292 and 50. And then this, I forget what that's supposed to be, so we just gotta see. 73. We'll just set this to 73 and 50. There we go. So now that works, and we're still doing little tippy taps when we get to around here, but that's something we'll fix later. Great, so that works. Beautiful. And now we can drag this over here. We'll connect this up. And this will happen if time until not attacking is greater than 0. There we go. And then we'll just go back if time until not attacking is less than or equal to 0. So there we go. And then we'll just do the same thing over here. So we'll just connect our jumps. So we'll be jumping if falling and stick moving. There we go. Beautiful. And then connect this jump up if falling and not stick moving. There we go. Do not Boolean. And then we gotta connect this up to an and. Oh boy. And please. Thank you. There we go. And then we just gotta come back now. So back if not falling and time until not attacking is greater than 0. And then same exact thing over here. Not falling. Oops. There we go. And there we go. And I think we have to update it for the other transitions as well for the normal run. So not falling and time until not attacking less than or equal to 0. So like that. There we go. And then we'll just copy and paste that over to this one. No, this one. There we go. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if it worked. So you press the attack button and we're in our position, except I forgot to hook up the speed. God dang it. So this needs to be driven by the speed. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll just wait until the timer reaches 0. And then of course we could jump and then it goes back. There we go. And then beautiful. Works great. Okay. So now what else is there left to do? We also need to get these working. So I'm thinking I have like a separate node group for like all of the attacking. So you know what? I could probably just collapse this. So we'll just collapse nodes, and this will be light L to R, and this will be light R to L. And those might be renamed, but for now, that's just what it'll be. So we need to add an input. Let's call it execute. That's what it's gonna be. And then same thing here. There we go. And then just hook that up. And then same thing over here. All right, let's see if that works. There we go. And then he goes back into that position. Very good. I almost want to change the idle pose so that his feet are in this position when he goes back to his idle. Not like this weird stepping forward position, but like, I don't know. I mean, at least it's working. So I'm just very happy about that. And then there we go. All right. What else? I think now is the time that we can also, this is just me delaying the inevitable of just going and making new animations, which I don't want to do, but I gotta. So, not that I don't think it's fun or anything, just that it's just very time consuming. And I like messing around in Unreal Engine, but I need animations in order to do it. Oh, yeah, I also wanted to design a new weapon for him. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take this weapon, go into edit mode real quick. I'm gonna add a loop cut around here-ish. And then we'll just add 2 more right there. And then let's go ahead and take this loop cut and just shrink it a little bit. So there we go. And then we can go ahead and Alt-P, clear parent, and then just set that to the world origin. And then let's go ahead and get rid of Jimmy for a sec. And let's just work on this weapon now. So we'll just come into our layout view. And let's get started, I think. Yo, what's up, Vader-Ren? How you doing? I fixed the input thing. Basically all I did was I made a whole new project from scratch because I couldn't figure out what was wrong. But at least now it's working. So we got that figured out. We're just designing a new weapon for him currently. So, I mean, yep, it is the solution. I don't know if it's the best solution, but it is in fact a solution. So I have a design in mind. I'm actually going to rotate this so we have a reference to work off of. I'm going to just, and this still might not be the final design or anything, but this will just be, you know, at least a start. So I'm just gonna add a loop cut here and a loop cut there, and then we'll just get rid of all these and all these. And then we're gonna add 2 mirror modifiers, or at least like that, and then like that. There we go. So it's mirrored on the top and the bottom. So in Blender, I'm just adding a loop cut basically to add more vertices to it. It's basically like taking a knife and just slicing down the middle, basically, and then you can do it again, and then you could slide that slice around so that you just have more vertices to work with. I just did this so that, so I could add a mirror modifier so that when I play with this vertex, I can see it change on the other side as well. So that's basically what's going on here. I need to shrink all of this by the 3D cursor, so we'll just go ahead and do that. I'm just trying to design the new weapon here. So that's what this box is gonna be. I'm just blocking in the length of the hilt. I have a design in mind. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Yeah. We'll just kind of make this a little bit more rounded. Like that. And then, I mean, that's a start. I'm thinking we could also like, let's see, I wrote it down somewhere, but I have to go into the other room to see it. That's okay though. So there we go, there's our hilt. We're just gonna add in a, actually here, I can actually duplicate this and then drag it over here, and then we'll start making the blade part of it. So just go ahead and drag this out here. I don't know if it's gonna be this long, but we'll just see about it. We'll see if this will work. Oh, I also want to view this in front. There we go. We'll just go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and drag this part out here. And then we'll just kind of drag this out here as well. I don't know if I want this blade to be two-sided. I almost wonder if I should apply here. You know what? I'm gonna apply that. Because I don't know if I want the blade to be two-sided. I almost want it to be like one-sided on this side. But I can always make another weapon if I need to. So I'm thinking we can just, chances are this might just be another test Whoops. Did not mean to do that. This might be another test to see, like, because I'm working on the animations for the big swings, and I want him to actually swing from the blade part and not from the flat part. So, honestly, I'm not fully committed to the design of this yet. This might just work. So let me just grab this and just pull this out here. Ooh boy, that's looking rough. Okay. I take that as well. Oh boy. There we go. All right, we can do that. That'll work. At least for now. So he's not just holding a stick, he's actually holding something that looks remotely like something. So I don't know, I'll just call this test weapon 2. I don't know. Something like that. You disable in front, turn that off. Well, you're gonna see, because I'm about to start right now. I just do them in Blender. Oops. I have the character in here. I'm just gonna put him back in his T pose by just clearing out all that. We're gonna just line this up so that it sort of roughly matches with the hand position he's gonna be holding it in. Just like that. Something like that. And then we'll just go ahead and parent that to the bone. So now, when I move the hand around, the sword goes with it. So there we go. All right, let's go into our animation tab and get started. So we need to have the first frame of the idol with weapon. There we go. And I'm thinking we could probably move this up a little more. Something like that, maybe. I know this is a ginormous sword, but that's almost by design. Like I said, I don't know for sure if I want it to be this long yet, but I almost want it to be pretty long because it's like, since he's just a kid wielding it, it's almost like it's too big for him. That's kind of by design. So yeah, so we'll just make a new action here. And then let's go ahead and I'm just gonna keyframe this. Oops. I want to disable the game rig because I'm just working on the control rig. So we'll just keyframe all of this. And then there we go. And I'm thinking since the light attack lasted 20 frames, this attack will be 40 frames. And then, yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get started on that. I almost want to copy the feet position of the light attack. So we'll just take these, Control C, and take this, Control V. There we go. Yeah, that is definitely much better. I'm gonna have to fix that on the idle pose, but that's fine. And then on frame 40, this will be the left to right swing. So I'm thinking it's gonna be just kind of a big overhead swing. And he's gonna end something like this. So we're just gonna make that right now, actually. So I'm just gonna position his hands to the position I want them to be in, even if they don't line up exactly quite yet. You know what I almost want to do is, I know there's a way to... it's going to take too much work. I know there's a way to make it so that both hands always stick to the weapon, but that requires making another bone and like having one thing connect to one end, the other to the other. I'm not fully sure how to do that yet. For now, we're just gonna move his arms out. We're going to have him take a step forward. I know, here, actually, because I want him to stay in place. So there's no shame in just moving that foot back. And then this foot can come forward just like that, even if he stays in the same place, because we're gonna fix it later. He's gonna come way down here. We're gonna just twist him like that, maybe. Oops. We'll just take these and we'll just like that. And then let's move his head so that he's looking forward. So how am I gonna do this? So I know I want it to be like twisted like this way and then come down like this, kinda. And then maybe up like that. Oh boy, this is tough. Could probably twist it a little bit like that. I'm just looking at the way the weapon looks. I'm not really paying attention to his hands yet because I'm gonna fix those in just a sec. So his left hand is leading, which I don't know if I want that to be the case. Here, you know what? I almost wonder if whoops. Okay, so that's where he starts. I'm just trying to figure this out. You know what? I could just focus on, okay, yeah, I'll just focus on the right hand because that's the hand actually holding the weapon. We'll just move his elbow down and then we'll just focus on the right hand. I know I want his arm to go back like this. We can make his shoulder go back as well. Oh boy, that's rough. Something like that, maybe. Ish. Oh boy, it's very twisty. You're very twisty, my good sir. Almost want it to go maybe like that. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Something like that. And we'll just do that. I'm just gonna keyframe what we have so far so I don't lose it. And then this was the leading hand. So yeah, I know that doesn't look good, but we'll fix that in a sec. So this still needs to be the leading hand. And it needs to, so we'll just bend his shoulder more like that. We can twist his body a little bit more. And then maybe come down like this. I want his hand to be able to reach over there. So this arm might have to come a little bit closer. Maybe something like that. Yeah, it's still just out of reach, just a little bit. We could twist his torso a little bit more, maybe. And maybe just come down. You know, I think his shoulders are too high. I think that's the problem. We'll just lower his shoulders a little bit more. And I'm not worried too much about how badly it's like deforming the body. I'm just... oh boy, oh boy. All right, so this is gonna have to come forward a little more. Maybe something like that. And then, oh boy, no, stop. I keep accidentally doing that. I keep accidentally going into rendered view because I hit the Z key and that's what makes it do that. There we go. His wrist is a little twisty. Oh, we can work with that. We can work with this. There we go. That's the position I want it to be in, at least. There we go. Now I just gotta check all the angles here to make sure it looks good on all sides. Looks good there, looks good there. It's pretty good there. He's leaning really far to his right there. And it looks pretty good there. It's just, I'm a little concerned about his front view here. I wonder if we can just rotate everything so he just comes up just a little more. Maybe like that. Something like that. There we go. So let's go ahead and keyframe that. Because that doesn't look too terrible. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna drag these frames over to frame, oops. I'm gonna drag these ending frames over to frame 30 here. So on frame 30, that's when the animation's gonna finish. And then I'm just gonna also keyframe it on frame 40. And then on frame 30, we could just kinda relax everything a little more. So here, we just move everything just ever so slightly. I want it to give that effect of like, that it has weight to it. So it's like he swings and then he kind of eases into it a little bit. There we go. And I'm also going to make all of these keyframes constant so that it just snaps to the different poses, because I need to not have to worry about the in-between frames just yet. I'm just worried about the key poses right now. So on frame 15, we're going to take this pose, and this will be after he's already stepped forward. So he's gonna like really lean like that. And then sword's gonna kind of be in this position here as both of these hands go straight out like that. We can just twist his body forward a little more. Like that. And then we'll just, oops, thrust it out. Like that. And then I know we gotta fix his elbows, we'll do that. So this is one elbow. We'll just have it come over here, and his shoulders can go a little bit forward as well. Just like that, and then this elbow can come over here. And then that shoulder already looks pretty good, so we have more room to have these come out more. And then also what I want to do is I also want to lean him forward. Like that, but not too much, because I don't want to... I can move this foot forward a little bit as I sort of lean him like that, maybe. And then we'll just... Now we have more room for him to poke out even more. Like that, maybe. Now the shoulder needs to come up. We can probably have more room to twist him a little bit. Oh boy, yeah, we gotta fix that elbow. That elbow is not looking good. Where is it? Where are you? Wait, is this my elbow? This is my elbow, thank you. Now we have even just a little bit more room to pop out. Just a little bit. Oops, did not mean to do that. There we go. There we go. I think that's as far as we're getting with that attack there. Just really leaning forward to give it a big swing. We'll just go ahead and keyframe that. So we start here, and then plah, and then he relaxes himself. Something like that. So I'm thinking on frame 10. Let's see what it looks like with the in-between frames. I just want to see. So his hand's doing a little bit of a front flip there. Not a big fan of. Not sure why it's doing that. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is probably clear out the rotation. Actually, did that? Oh, that actually worked. That worked better. Oh, but now, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a problem. So I'm gonna have to clear out the rotation here. I'm just gonna keyframe it for now, and then do that. No, I just gotta fix these. I just gotta kind of line up the position into his hand a little bit more. Just like that. The actual hand position, it's fine. I just gotta do the rotation. We'll just keyframe that. And then... just like that. There we go. That should work. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Now his hand ain't doing front flips. There we go. His left hand, I'm noticing, is not lined up, especially here. But that's fine. I'm not really worried about that quite yet. So I know his feet need to... I need to pick up his left foot there. So I'm gonna pick his torso up and then just kind of pick up his left foot here. So we do that, and this is on frame 7. So this will be his next big pose that we're gonna do here. So he's gonna come up from the side. Like that. And we can maybe like twist his body into it. Make sure he's always facing forward. There we go, something like that. And then we just gotta line this hand up in position. I know once I start making better versions of these animations, I'm gonna have it so that both of his hands always stick to the weapon every time I move the weapon. So right now, this is not a very good way to do this, but for now it just works. So no, don't do that again. So actually, I'm gonna probably just twist this just to make his wrist a little bit more straight, and then just kind of put it underneath here. Like that. Something like that. There we go. But that doesn't look too terrible. Oh, that actually doesn't look bad. There we go. Oh, I actually kind of like that a lot. There we go. Now we are going to still have to make the him swinging from right to left as well, but I actually kind of like that. It looks really good. All right, is there a way to make it more? I almost wonder. What this looks like. I like this being on frame 30 better. There we go. I almost wonder if the windup could be a little longer. So actually, if I set this to 60 frames and just take these keyframes and just scooch them over like that. I just want to see what this looks like. As I expected, it is slower. So I want this to maybe happen still on frame 30. Something like that. What if we do this? Nah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm just adjusting the timing for all of these just to see if it makes a bit more sense. I like that. That's not bad. I almost wonder if it could be a bit faster though. So I'm gonna have to... I'm just gonna set this to frame 50. And we'll see what that looks like. Oops. I know. Oh, there we go. You can still see the windup, but the attack is still pretty fast, which is good. The cooldown seems a little slow, though. I almost wonder if having it on 40 frames was a good idea after all. Yeah, actually, that looks good. I actually like that better. But one more thing we just have to do is we're gonna come into the side view here. We're gonna mark where his foot is. And then, yeah, his back foot. This foot. Gotta turn on our annotations real quick. We'll just mark where his foot is. And then we need to take this and we'll just go ahead and delete those keyframes. And then this back foot stops moving on frame 30. Now, gotta move this forward, line that up, and then keyframe it, frame 30. Let's make this linear. We also should make this linear as well. If I get rid of these keyframes, what'll happen? Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. Like that. Now the only problem is this foot is still sliding. So this foot gets planted here and slides forward. I almost wonder what happens if I delete those keyframes. So I still need this foot to be picked up. Maybe like that. And then boom, on frame 30. The only problem is the swing happens on frame 20, which is when I need that foot to be planted. So you know what? I'm actually gonna undo all that. And then this, I can have stop on frame 20. The problem is that's sliding. So I wonder if I move this back, have that line up, so that's lined up, and then his back foot slides back. I mind that less than I minded the front foot sliding, because it's like he's sliding his foot back, and he's planted on the ground with his left foot. So how does that look? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That looks good. So we'll just call this we'll just call this attack 1. I know it's a different naming scheme from the light attacks, but we'll work on that in a sec. Like I said earlier, I have a spreadsheet open. So like the vertical columns are gonna be like whether it's left or right, and the horizontal columns are gonna be how far into the combo it's going to be. That's something I'll work on later. For now, I'll just call this attack 1. And we'll just push it down. So there we go. We have attack 1 right here. And it looks pretty good. So now we need to make attack 2. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll just make a new action here. Call it attack 2. We'll just keyframe all those. And then on frame 40, this foot's gonna be the one to step forward. We'll just have him lean forward with his body. And then this foot's gonna be the one sliding back. So we'll just kind of do that. And then the sword is going to be, well, his body's going to be twisted this way. And then the position of the sword's going to be down there. So we'll just, like that. Except that wrist is pretty bent. So we'll just, I don't know, do something like that. Let's have his head face forward, just like we did before. There we go. There we go. That already is looking pretty good. So far, so better. Now we just need to position this hand. It's gonna be a little bit tougher. I'm thinking this elbow is gonna come out like this. And then this hand needs to kinda do this a little bit. That's very twisted, but we'll work on that. Yeah, it's because of this elbow, so we'll just pop it like that. It's still very twisted. I think it needs to be like that in order to look better. That looks decent. Decent enough anyway. So, like that. And there we go. That's the first pose. It's already done. Very good. Yep, just making sure it looks good from all angles. Okay. Keyframe that. Very good. Actually, put that on frame 30. Do what we did before. And then we'll just give these a bit more weight. Just like that. Twist his body a little more. Make him lean forward. And twist. Oh my god, I don't mean to do that. Come on. Move his head forward a little bit like that. Your shoulder can come back too, why not? There we go. So how did we do it for attack 1? Oh god, I'm holding the A button. That's very good. For attack 1, it was on frame 14 that we had his getting ready pose. So for attack 2, we will do just that. And we need to make this constant so that that's better. So we need to twist his body this way just a little bit. Just like that. And the sword needs to like cross over his body. Kind of like this. And then maybe this can like come up like that just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Except this hand needs to come forward. There we go. This is actually working so much better than the other pose, than the other animation. So we'll just do something like that. And yeah, that works. So actually, let's just keyframe his hands and his elbows and like his body as well. Only because I want the legs to stay procedural so that I can use what it made to work on the foot position. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So it was on frame 20 was the attack. So we'll just go ahead and work on that. Now we gotta lean him forward. His head up. And this arm can... Alright, so how am I gonna do this? Alright, his arm needs to come down and around and forward. And so does his shoulder. And his elbow can come this way. And we also need his other arm. So we'll just go ahead and do that. His other arm, thankfully, is behind him, so we don't need to reach as far. And then his elbow, of course, needs to go like that. Let's go ahead and twist this elbow down like that so that his wrist isn't so twisted. And then we'll just go ahead and line this hand up around here-ish. Now, honestly, after this animation, we shouldn't have to make any more for a while, because I can make the combo building system just based off of these two animations for now. And then I can add more systems to make more animations later. Because like I can make the combo finisher literally just like a slowed down version of this animation. So it should honestly work out. I'm just trying to think about how this would work. So his elbow would be, yeah, about in that position. His wrist is still very, very twisted, but I'm not entirely a fan of, but I mean, we can work with this for now. I'm just gonna keyframe it. And was that all the keyframes? Oh shoot, you know what? I didn't mean to keyframe the feet. I meant to just keyframe these, these. We'll just keyframe all these and the elbows, and that as well. So I just need to keyframe the neck here a little bit better. So we're starting in this pose, and then we're winding up and then attacking and then coming back and cooling down. So let's bring the Bezier curve back and let's see what that looks like. Oops, I want to do it on all the bones, please. Thank you. All right. So it crosses over his body, he comes forward, and he cools down. Oh, you know what? I messed up a little bit. Well, you know, let's see this at full speed just real quick. I just want to see. It doesn't look nearly weighty enough. I might want to adjust that. Now, the problem here that I accidentally messed up is that his left hand is actually the leading hand. So I just need to just make this go up top there. But the only problem is now he can't reach. So I need to just adjust his shoulder a little bit more. So, just like that. And then this is probably going to be the tough part right here because, yeah, that's not going to reach at all. Let's move his shoulder up and forward more. And actually, that doesn't look so bad. We'll probably get away with twisting his body a little bit more to just give him that extra little bit of reach there. And then it's kind of hard to tell, but I think we got it. Something like that, maybe. Maybe this hand can just come back a little more. There we go. So we'll just keyframe, 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 keyframe that. There we go. Now the problem is his hand doesn't stick to the weapon here, so I'm just gonna have to have some safety keyframes to just fix that here. This is not a very good way to go about doing this, but this is just temporary for now. There we go. Just so we have something to work with. Now when it crosses over him, it does kind of go through the middle of his head there a little bit. So on frame 6, I'm thinking I might want to just take these and just bring them forward a little bit. Something like that. Not that you're really going to be able to tell anyway when it's moving that fast. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. It can definitely work. Something like that. So now we just got to work on the feet. So he's not going to step forward as far, what it's looking like. We just need to... how did I do it for attack 1? Oh my god. So I just picked this foot up, and then it stays planted on frame 20, which is when the attack happens. So the step happens from frame 0 to frame 20. So let me just see who that was real quick. Oh no, it's nothing. Phone just vibrated for a bit, but it's nothing. So this actually needs to go here. And then for this angle, we can just sort of give the indication that it's being picked up and then plant it down right there. Now this needs to be set to linear. And then we can start working on this. So in attack 1, it moves for 20 frames. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So we need to mark this foot's location this time. And then on frame 20, we'll just move this to match that location there. Or just a little more, and yep, that's good. There we go. And then just keyframe it, make it linear, and let's see what that looks like. He steps forward and his foot slides back a little bit, which is good. He doesn't move forward as far with this, but it should be fine, at least for now. Okay, so we'll just go back here, go ahead and save it, and we already have it attack 2, push down. All right, so now all we have to do is bake it to the game rig right here. So we'll just go ahead and we'll enable the control rig for now, and then just make sure we'll do attack 1 first. That looks good. We'll select the game rig, and then we'll just hit F. Well, we need to go into pose mode first. Select all the bones, and then F3, bake, action. And then all that, except for that. And there we go. So this will be called attack 1. And then we can push it down. And then same for attack 2. Yep, go. And then bake action. Beautiful. Attack 2. Push it down. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and disable the control rig. And for the game rig, we could just disconnect it from the control rig by just doing that. And then we can just test it to make sure, yep, it's disconnected. And we have our animations. There we go. All right, so we won't import this just yet. We'll just worry about importing the animations first. So we'll just go ahead and select both those animations. Go and select the game rig. We'll save it. Export FBX. We'll just call this blah, blah, blah. Selected objects, armature. We're not importing any geometry, so that's fine. Only deform bones and not all actions. And then, yep, so just export that and then let's see if it works. So just come into attacks here, base animations, and then we'll just find what we'd made and set the skeleton to Jimmy and import. Let's see if it works. Oh boy, moment of truth. Oh baby, I'm sore. Now chances are it might import them twice. Oh, there we go. There we go, it worked. All right, perfect. Let's just go and rename these to attack 1 and attack 2. And let's see. All right, I mean, yeah, that looks good. We want to enable root motion for both of these. There we go. Honestly, I do like this. Just the way this looks. It looks really good. Go and save. Save all. And then let's go and turn these into montages. So there. And there. And let's go ahead and take these. We just need to, I gotta open it up on this half as well. We'll just bring those over there. Beautiful. All right. So how do I have it saved here? Blend time 0.01 and enable auto blend out. So 0.01, disable that, 0.01, and disable that. All right, so now the fun part is we get to figure out how these animations work in the context of our game. So yeah, now we get to actually build up the combo building system. So the way I have the light attacks working is you could just mash and it like cancels into itself, which I do not want. So what I do want to do is, we'll just work on this for now. We'll just come into here and then we'll say do once. And then after the montage stops, it'll reset. So we'll just make this look a little bit better, just to test it. And then we'll do the same over here. So you want do once, and then we'll reset it. And there we go. All right, so now when I play the animation, I shouldn't be able to mash it. All right, there we go. So you have to wait until the animation's done in order to trigger the next one. So there we go. You can still kind of mash it, but like, if you press it, like, and then press the square button. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. Excuse me. If you press X and then square, like, right away, it does still cancel into itself. But you can't you can't do it until, so that's something I'm gonna probably have to fix. See, how am I gonna do this? You know, honestly, I might just end stream here, just take a little bit of a break. Because we made some progress. We made both heavy attacks, and we were able to get everything set up in terms of getting the weapon spawned and doing stuff like that. So might take a little bit of a break, might end stream. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. I'm not gonna say when I'll be back on next because I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream, because I don't want to stream me just fumbling around and not knowing what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I might figure out how I want the attacks to work, maybe do the combo building, and then by next stream I'll sort of walk through how I did it, and then we'll work on, I don't know, just some other stuff. I want these streams to be more like creative focused, and then whenever I do like code like this, I'll sort of walk through how I did it after I did it. I'm thinking would be the better way to do this. So I'm not just sitting here in silence, just thinking about how I'm gonna do a thing and then it not working, and then I come back and I fix it and it's just, you know, fumbling, don't know what to talk about, you know, things like that. So I think that'll be a little bit better for me. But for now, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you when I see ya. I do still have the VOD channel up. It's just Node Sandwich on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.